माने क्वेश्चन नंबर क्या है? वो अच्छा नीचे है जरा क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 की तो ज्ञान दानी को r by 20 था लिखने को क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 से 18 नंबर पे लगे तो उन्हें बोलो यार नहीं question number 13 सीधा ले इसे from a circular disc of radius r a square is cut out with a radius with its radius as the diagonal. Drama period. When it is disk suppose where will be the center of mass. The center of mass will be at the point of intersection between two line of symmetry. Line of symmetry and meeting point the center of mass legani in the high go. So you have to assume that this is the origin. Origin to sing in the low at the top. No, you can tell my case how get. Now also the logo. याद रख सिमिलर को अतः फर्स्ट स्टेप से from this drawing see drawing से देखी लोरे next second step तक करें यारे here what was the first step this is a disc समूह बता रही here the center of mass will be located at its center located होगी and we plot it as origin mass capital M यार निको and this point is considered as the origin will lower 0,0 है next हम ये what was the original करी है वैसे original disc की होता है गति here pi r square will be proportional to m इसलिए तो कोई हमारा first step तो use है over this surface area we will be having the entire mass m से क्या इधर लेके नहीं बा entire surface area इधर लेके नहीं हम तो but pi r square is equivalent to m so one unit area will be equal to क्या माना नहीं m divided by pi r square हम ला कर ला withdraw like now what is the given condition we have to take out a square whose diagonal is exactly equivalent to radius का मान लो अब देखो इस मान ये पे हम रखें we take it as I need to put the manada so you have to think this as a square हमने मिलो कौन सा है ये other thing here the diagonal is exactly equivalent to your radius r. Then tell me what will be the area of this square. Area of this square combine to kani if this is a square mo rekha le jebo then this square is of side a this will be of a em le rekho what will be the area of the square se kya mane this is equal to square of the side ko manam to so we will be having a square of the taritra dare mana p is the here diagonal se kya p the diagonal is given as r the p taragati very simple we will be having r is equal to root 2a. Is there any doubt over here? Diagonal से r मानम न तो from here to here this is r radius था इतना अदु इधर d in order to find out the length of the square we have to compare radius r equivalent to root 2a. If we consider the side of the square to be a then consider to the by Pythagoras theorem then manani a square plus a square will be equal to r square. Understood to mga bra? Ay ay sa kami ko. At here from that we will be having root 2a. A square plus a square is equal to r square. Maila ko to. R square is equal to a square plus a square. Now we will be having r square will be equal to 2 times a square, and from here r is equal to root 2a. Is there any doubt? Doubt am talite ko. Adu third here what is given? Mana pinam se pyramid radius r is given atro. But do we know the side of the square? No, we do not know the side of the square, so we can simply put like this. This is equal to क्या माना हुआ r square by 2s. Can we put like this also? See you are right, right? Yeah, देखो. This is a square. So see the कहीं माना a square से क्या हुई थी ना? This will be area of bro. Understood तो bro? Area is equal to a square by 30. If we take the square, then we will be having your r square divided by 2 is the area a square. So this will be the area of square. Understood तो bro? What is the area of the square? What is the area that is to be taken out? The area that is to be taken out will be this much. Single lagu tu ina to. Understood to kami? Other turn here, your a square r square divided by 2 will be equivalent to 1 pen cost rupees 3. High pen will cost how much? क्या होगा नहीं? This is the mass that is to be taken out of draw. Here m by r square into this is r square divided by 2. So our answer will be m divided by 2 pi, and this will be equal to the mass that is to be removed. Mass to be removed. See step understood to bra. See step understood to ko. When the first step to get locate the center of mass for the object before taking out the smaller section. The smaller section will look to it is located at O. Adu kamu yemo, what is the mass that is to be taken out? The mass that is to be taken out is pi is equal to m divided by 2 pi. This is the mass that is to be taken out, and where this mass that is to be taken out located? My mass where will be the center of mass for this square? C square is center of mass square ले देंगे. At this point we withdraw. Now let us put it as कैमरे लोग बता रहे mass to be taken out से we consider it to be m2 नहीं ना खलसी. We consider it to be m2, and original mass क्या नहीं लग रहा? We consider original mass to be m1, and what is the coordinate of this original mass? 0,0. What is the coordinate of? What is the mass of this portion that is to be removed? This mass, it is m2 pi. Yeah, and where this is located at O dias. And what about the coordinate of O dias? Karanong tayo O dias ki coordinates kay kay wagini. At tayo hebrengi. Yes, r by 2 0 था आती है तो सीधा ले इसे मार्क इस दिन से कुछ क्या हो रहा नहीं. This is r by 2. This is also r by 2. ठीक है ना? ये नहीं. अब simple way ना करें. You know why this is r by 2? Question में राइट to draw. You have to understand like this. कि you can say the diagonal of क्या ना है ये say the diagonal of x square divide into 2 equal half. 2 equal half का divide तो draw. Perpendicular bisector है कम तभी को. What do you understand by perpendicular bisector है तो अभी the line will divide the given perpendicularly and it will bisect. Bisect means this half and this half will be equal. क्या लगा? अब here then look this imaginary line will divide from here to here. See that half the divide of midway the divide of 30. This will be your r by 2. This will be your r by 2. Since it is lying on the x-axis का लेकिन the coordinate will be और यहाँ की coordinate से क्या आता है? This will be your r by 2, 0. Why positive? Because this is on the positive side. This is on the right hand side of the origin. Origin की right hand side तो लेकिन positive ले रहा लेकिन so we will be having क्या ले रहे 2 point masses at the origin 0, 0. This is your x1, y1. Yeah, what is the total mass? Total mass is m, and we have considered this is equivalent to m1. Yeah, next, what is the second mass? Second mass, okay, this is located at O dias, and what is the mass? m2 is equal to m divided by 2 pi, and what is the coordinate? The coordinate is at r by 2, comma 0. So this will be your x2, y2. Understood to bra? I understand to nga may ko ay yan tare. Ang ko na tawag si basically two steps basically step already. First step ka, you have to sort out the mass that is to be taken out. Mass kya मैं मतलब कनी where it is located. This is the second step. Hangani ko, and we have to apply. Sige, apply to bata rek. YCM will be equal to 0 tagadra. XCM की क्या माना नहीं? XCM will be equal to M1 R1 plus M1 X1 plus this is करीबो ये बस negative mass को विप्रो को करो. We consider this as negative mass. So we put it as plus of minus M2, and this is your X2 divided by M1 plus M2. You put the respective value. M1 capital M, X1 0 minus this will be minus what about your M2, M divided by 2 pi into what is X2. X2 will be your R by 2 divided by M minus M divided by M2 is always considered to be negative mass will be. Now we have to subtract M divided by 2 pi from the original mass capital M. After simplification, we will be having minus M divided by 2 pi into R by 2 divided by this will be M divided by 2 pi. See, M divided by 2 pi so this will be 2 pi minus 1. Can we write like this? Yeah, bro. See, I go say here M by 2 pi, M by 2 pi get cancel out. Cancel we will be having minus R divided by 2 into this is 2 pi minus 1. This is our answer. Minus the rise if the removed portion is from the left hand side, then the new center of mass will be to the left. Left to remove to the right. From here, diagram we have removed from where? Remove from the right hand side. So the new center of mass will be somewhere here. This will be the new center of mass, and this is located on the negative axis. Therefore, our answer comes out with negative. So far, we have discussed if external force is equal to 0. If there is no external agent that produces the motion, motion produced the external agent, external force. Later, if there is no external force, then what was the conclusion? We will be having MACM is equal to 0. We will have ACM is equal to 0. VCM will be equal to 0. The RCM is equal to 0. This will be your conservation of center of mass. We have been discussing this for last 2 days. 2 days we discuss the result. This is your point number 1. If external force is equal to 0, we have the first conservation, that is conservation of center of mass. The center of mass for the system will not be changed, even though the particle may be changing its position from one point to another. Animal body is left, right. What about the center of mass? It will not be changed. Discuss the next point number 2. If external force is equal to 0, do you still remember the change in the momentum? Pf minus Pi divided by T is equal to 0. Do you still remember this one? Long discuss your momentum, change in the momentum divided by time will be equal to force. F equal to ma. F is equal to ma. From here, m is equal to v minus u divided by t, and we will be having mv minus mu divided by t. And here this will be final momentum. This will be initial momentum. This is t. And after simplification, we have F into t is equal to delta p. Change in the momentum will be known as impulse. That we have discussed in your second law of motion. Second law of motion in detail discuss the we substitute the force equal to Pf minus Pi divided by T equal to 0. Because we are assuming that there is no external force. External force apply to the external force apply to the it will be 0. So can we have this as Pf minus Pi is equal to 0. So we will be having Pf is equal to Pi. Total momentum before the event. Before the event it may be firing gun, it may be explosion, it may be collision. Understood? The total momentum before and after will remain constant. Will remain constant. The total momentum before the collision will be equal to total momentum after the collision. The total momentum before firing will be equal to total momentum after firing. That is the concept. Conservation means retaining the originality. My original here, then the simple way your conservation of this will be second will be COLM, conservation of the momentum. Basically, if the external force is equal to 0, if there is no external force applied, then we will have two conservation. Conservation number 1, the conservation of center of mass that we have discussed. Now we will be discussing conservation of linear momentum, and there is only two law in the physics that will hold true for every chapter. Physics the law ani conservation of linear momentum. This will be true for every chapter. Class 11 ki chapter number 1 pick up togera, chapter number 7 pick up togera, class 12 ki pick up togera, it will remain true. Whatever any event apply this will remain true. Next second that we have discussed in your work power energy theorem that we have discussed of COME conservation of mechanical energy having the sum total of all the energy will remain constant. Some part kinetic energy, some part of the kinetic energy may be converted into potential energy, or potential energy may be converted into kinetic energy. Change the way. However, the total energy before and after will be constant. When energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another. Energy the pull up mana same originality do change the 100 it will be 100 but it can be changed into 50% for it can be converted into 70% kinetic energy. Then what will be the remaining? This is kinetic energy. What will be the potential energy? 30 will be the potential energy. In another event, 40 will be the kinetic energy, and the remaining will be your potential energy. Understood? Before the event 100, after the event 100 However, your kinetic energy, potential energy changes in every event to change. This is the conservation of mechanical energy. These two formula or these two law will remain true for every chapter. यारे को अदु इतारदी सिना सीधी अंडरस्टैंड फजना तगदुमनी को conservation of linear momentum will be discussed under three different category of the discussed togani ko application three different type of question. Number 1 the question based on kanada ganga bullet ka. Next number 2 the kana lakani ba ganga bullet ke layer. Next number 2 the explosion of bomb. Next number 3 the kai lakani collision. Ado itardi nang na any question ama pick up to exam point of view khalo. Any question ama pick up to matlab if you find any question related to your explosion of bomb or explosion of firecracker adi hoji diwali diki duga bala matlab bomb la khai dana firecracker se explode to idana masi kari pan gani we have to apply your conservation of linear momentum. Gun fire to matlab ke we have to apply conservation of linear momentum. Collision the we have to apply conservation of linear momentum. These three categories ka question can be asked related to your conservation of linear momentum. Hagani ko let us do one by one. Ahan matlab gun ka bullet ka na discuss sabdi ko. Number 1 gun and bullet. Let us consider the mass of the gun to be capital M ne khalasi, mass of the bullet to be kayala ani small m ne khalasi. Kya tabra? What is the total momentum before firing? Kya tha? 0. Kya देखो से अभी here total momentum before firing will be 0. That is capital M plus small m. This will be initially at rest, so it will be equal to 0. Kya tabra? Kya देखो after firing iti kamai lani. After firing, this is before ni. After firing, the diagram here again. See na before हम हारे सी no na पामा के ना. Let me draw it in two separate way दिया गया. See कई लानी से. After yung gun sin nung may sin final fire to mutan ke daw ni bullet will be moving in the forward direction ato gun will be moving in the backward direction sa pracha tabra ato khoi ke kawi that is the recoil of the gun have ni ko here simple way na what will be the final momentum bullet is moving with a velocity u le ko what about the recoil velocity of the gun that is capital V lore. And this is in the opposite direction according to Newton's third law. Newton's third law ki matung ina forward, this is backward. Ya bra? Action, reaction. Yani ko. Adu kenta hai what are the total moment? What will be the total momentum after firing? We will be having momentum. Chikra momentum da lagi. Any object will possess momentum if the body undergo motion. Motion le rekan da momentum produce to dina drop. Momentum will be 0 only when momentum is equal to mass into velocity na hai ko. If the body is at rest, see rest na nirambata ragati or momentum is equal to 0 tabra. Now after firing, the bullet will be moving in the forward direction. Mumang sakre ko. The gun is moving in the backward direction. So we will be having two different type of momentum. Momentum tungan mo lagi na lero. Gun in the backward direction. Bullet in the forward direction. Now we consider this to be positive in the low. Again we consider this as P1. P1 से क्या है कि नहीं? Then we put it as P bullet हम आए लगे PB. Bullet is MU. And what about the gun? Gun you are P gun PG हम आए लगे. This will be minus MB. Can we have this one or not? या कहता हूँ. After firing से क्या होता है? We will be having क्या माननी से PG plus क्या माननी PB. Momentum of the gun plus momentum of the bullet after firing. हंगरी को. Here, what is the momentum of the gun? Gun gitu क्या आता है? Minus MBM ताबरा. plus kelani se. What is the momentum of bullet? mu tareko. Here, no confusion chalang bane. Sida, how can we apply your conservation of linear momentum? Haina confusion pra. I can explain by taking 5 minutes. That is not necessary. I nang sai ko put kari hagi. You ignore all the procedure law ignore tau aduga university level se. Any event in the universe will be governed by which law? Conservation of linear momentum. I am not. You simply remember that one. This is also an event as well. See, event nama orang ni kayu gani. Before and after must be equal hoga. Hoga ni. Adu si kayu orang ni. Sir, here very simple. Your conservation of linear momentum will be Pf is equal to Pi bro. You put the value of Pft minus Mv plus Mu is equal to 0. And here simply your Mu is equal to Mv. That is momentum of the bullet will be equal to momentum of the gun. Gun commander ba? And here this is V will be equal to Mu divided by capital M. Conclude from here you can conclude that for any two particle system for any two particle system conservation of linear momentum will be like this. Must be in opposite. Siapa bro? Momentum is sama lagi ba? Event itu consists of this event consists of two particles drop, gun and bullet. And it is very simple enough. If the event is occurred by taking two particles, the two particles will be opposite in direction. Finish. Two way go be opposite. One forward, another will be backward. Once na upward, another will be in the downward direction. Yeah, Nico. And what is the second criteria? Second criteria is they will have the same momentum. This is equal to bro. This can be written as momentum of momentum of bullet momentum of the bullet is equal to momentum of the gun. Gun as a particle moves in the backward direction. The bullet as a particle in the forward direction. Opposite bra. But they do have the same momentum. Understood tawi? Yadra. Kana heavy oil. Anis da. Gun heavy oil ko. Gun heavy oil the gun will be moving slowly. Yanta bro. Bullet na paling sang gun to sunda halagta adi. Nungay na paling midu sirani, nungay kapag midu sirani. Target itu sirani, shooter itu sirani. Yanta bra. Bullet na paling sang do gando maning dah laktar di ayu sibir atau kapag midu. Hangani ko. Ado di gando na relatively slow ay gani. Bullet na relatively fast hote. Yanta. Sekarang ko. The two event orbital conservation of linear momentum it must be taken opposite to one another. And their momentum must be equal. Yarani. Sai this in the Anida. Thus in the conservation of linear momentum where to apply this and this second copy. If f exponent is equal to 0, pi is equal to pf. Hai udah lagi. Ya terus saya cepat. Next, the bomb is the explosion of bomb into two pieces. Very simple now. I will be writing only the conclusion. Next number to the explosion of bomb. Number A. Two pieces or two fragments. Mass M le remember ko. Initially this will be at rest. Rest le remember ko. Here after the explosion, let us consider this is your M1 and this M1 moves with velocity V1 with 30. What will be the momentum? P1 is equal to M1 V1. Another two terms talani. P2 is equal to M2 V2. Finish. By conservation of linear momentum, if the two particles are in opposite direction, if there is two particles in that event, then we have to simply consider the momentum of the two particles will be equal. P1 is equal to P2. Conclusion finish. Conclusion there. This conclusion there. We skip every step. Skip two particles. Momentum of the first particle will be equal to momentum of the second particle. After the explosion, the two fragments are M2 in this direction, M1 in this direction. This fragment will possess the same amount of momentum as that of this M1 V1. M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Finish. Conservation very simple, very easy, opposite to one another, and they will have the same momentum. Smile lobiro. Question number question hierarchy ko. Brings. Rồi từ đó yêu của cô. Tu bisa skip the jarum jarum yang tahu ini. Ama dia juga itu. तो विशेष की एग्जांपल if M1 is equal to smile over 40 kg M2 is equal to 80 kg initially this will be of 120 kg the fragment the two fragments are of 40 kg 40 kg this is 8 this is smile over M1 is of 4 kg and M2 is of 8 kg. V1 is moving with this is 60 meter per second. What will be the velocity of V2? Velocity of V2 is I concept the smaller fragment is moving with 60 meter per second. Then what will be the velocity of the larger fragment? Bigger fragment velocity double times of bro. 40 this is 4, this is 8 simply you have to put like this. Mind happening M1 V1 M2 V2 below. What is the value? M1 VD this is 4, V1 VD this is 60, M2 VD this is 8, and what about your V2? This is to be find out. So we will be having 30 V2 simply when conclude M is inversely proportional to V. Explosion of bomb the bigger fragment will be moving slowly. Smaller fragment will be moving very fastly. This is the conclusion. Bomb bigger fragment it will be moving slowly and smaller fragment will be moving very fastly. This is the conclusion. Now, CD important the most important one will be explosion into 3 pieces. This is important. Three pieces most likely when the two fragments will be moving perpendicularly and the another fragment will be moving in which direction, and you have to calculate the value. Three pieces pack piram taragadinya. And the three fragments explode over the two fragments will be mutually perpendicular to one another. Aduna we cannot calculate it. Calculate the unamoy. Oh. This is initially mass M. We have the initial mass of the bomb to be capital M, and this is being exploded into 3 pieces. How many? 3 fragments mass explode the way. This is M1. The first fragment is M1 and it is moving with a velocity V1 in the positive x-axis. So that our momentum P1 will be equal to this is M1 P1 and second fragment the second fragment will be moving along positive y-axis with what velocity? With velocity V2. So that our momentum P2 will be equal to this will be M2 V2. Siboki clear cut to and understand the now the third fragment will be moving in this direction with what? This is M3, and what about the velocity V3? This is to be calculated. What will be the velocity of the third fragment? Questions understand the one is a simple nico. Capital M the number the home kai is the anima dile. Two are moving in the perpendicular direction. Yarani, third particle say the second in which direction the third particle will be moving and with what speed? That is the question. Yare adudi yengo se sidang tang lap se tang sono kan tang yengo after explosion the kedawi two pieces of the opposite to one another bra two pieces of the opposite to one another. So we have how many M1 M2 M3 le ko. So first you take two momentum. First you take two fragment and is these two fragments when converted into one single fragment the converter one single fragment have the in terms of vector notation. This is vector natro. Bro. Momentum is a vector quantity. This is a vector. A vector. This is B vector. What would be the magnitude? Resultant of the magnitude R will be equal to initially A and B are inclined at angle 90 degree. Then what will be the resultant magnitude? Root over A square plus B square. This is resultant magnitude vector animal mix of this is R vector is equal to A vector plus B vector. This is in terms of vector equation, and in terms of your magnitude this is your A, this is your B. So this A is displaced over here. This is A by Pythagoras theorem. See what is the length? See length this is R is equal to R square is equal to A square plus B square. Understood the here your R will be root over A square plus B square very simple enough. The resultant momentum of first fragment and the second fragment will be in this direction. See my fragment already said this will be equal to P1 2. Can we write like this? P1 2. And this will be equal to, can we write it as P1 square plus P2 square? Yeah, bra? Understood the basically the two fragments the momentum of the two fragments it is now reduced to one single combined resultant. resultant haibniko. This is a vector, this is another vector. When these two are added together, it will produce another third fragment, another third resultant namalakra. Vector samna kari hai. If A and B are added together, it will be equivalent to your R vector ka managani na haibnatra. Understood to me? Adu itadi here. This is initial momentum. This is second momentum. This is the first momentum. When these two are added together kya varani? This will produce P12 as one single unit. Yadra? This is vector concept niko. Mobile is P12 now we can consider this to be removed. We have mass M mass it is exploded into two fragments. P12 in this side, P3 in this side. Then what will be the conservation? Your conservation will be very simple. This side opposite array, and it will be P12 is equal to P3 ka manabang kokra. Just like this. Yarbo, out of three labs, you choose any two perpendiculars. Choose the record. This perpendicular two fragments, it is now reduced into one single resultant. And this resultant, this will be not only for your M1, this will be not only for your M2. This P12 is the combination of P1 plus P2 combined. This is added together and it will produce one single momentum P12 in this direction. Now we are reduced to this similar condition. Reduced to record. First fragment in this direction, second fragment in this direction. So it will be equal to P12 is equal to P3. Yakata? This is the concept. Yaratro? Root over P1 square plus P2 square. This is equal to your P3. This will be P3. This is the concept. Question 1 kan gyan tarakan. Si gyan tata bro. Tani. Hayen nakhalazi ko. Let us do your question number. Arrive with the okay. Question number 36 बोलोगे. Sida ai ne ai kenam ta hai okay no mun ta ho ko. Fragment ani je perpendicular and data dia de ko. P12 is equal to kai mo fragment ni je perpendicular and rekhala je ko. Ai sita am ragadi noi na mo ai pharing tring pan gani noi di tang ko thaido ga di ya ta direct de ragadi. Smile to lam di. If the initial fragment, and this is mass M only na to. This is our fragment number M1. This is your fragment number 2. This is M2. Moving with velocity V2. These are inclined angle theta. What will be the resultant of these two? The resultant of these two will be P12 is equal to what will be the formula? P1 square plus P2 square plus twice P1 P2. This is cos of theta. And this will be your P3. This is M3 and this is P3 is equal to 1 P12. This will be the concept. I has come up with perpendicular or they must give you the angle between the two fragments. I has come up vector analysis ni sidala I say vector khangra gadiya hoiba. Velocity piram gani fragment ni ki piram daya di ai ne equation number da si equation sarati natra the particle kya nayo ahum yog natro ahum yog sida nang e two unknown oitari if we do not know the velocity of v1 and v2 v1 and v2 ki khang datari we cannot find out your v3 is equal to find out to no more yagatra they will be giving at least two velocities velocity ni piram gani ko and the remaining velocity should be find out. Other vector we can set P1 plus nang hai M1 plus M2 plus M3 equal to 0 and have to vector half to go. सिटी वेक्टर नत्ते मैग्नीट्यूड इन टर्म्स ऑफ मैग्नीट्यूड खंदे कट लू चले से आई क्या हमारे के कंजर्वेशन ना हाई जाते इंटरनेट के बा यो आई ना सही ई भी तो अनी थोड़ा सिंपल होने इशन गिव ने बा अराई मो द सिंपलेस्ट ऑफ सिंपलेस्ट लाइन हाई गिव वाने बा शॉर्टकट हाई गिव वाने बा pf is equal to pi na to in terms of vector that is minus akadi ne ba this will be opposite में रहती minus पर सब तबरा असाई explosion तो क्या लाई अनी लाख तो bro this is mass mm ले रे को this is fast momentum m1 this is p1 हम लाख रहा और your p1 सिकेलानी p1 will be equal to this is m1 this is p1 vector in the positive x axis पंगली को अलसोन कंददी के लिए ऐसा this is your m2 हमता bro this is your v2 हमता रे को and what is the momentum p2 is equal to this is m2 v2 and this must be negative चपरा चली according to this formula as के वर्णी से here your total final pf will be equal to 0 को माना दिन तो and here this is equal to p1 vector plus p2 vector total momentum after collision or after explosion will be equal to 0 so that p1 vector is equal to minus p2 vector हम ताबरा this is in terms of Canada wiba in terms of your vector equation so the sum of all the momentum is equal to 0 कंजर्वेशन ना करी है before explosion what was the total momentum 0 खंगनी को after explosion it must be 0 है बने 0 तार है तार डी के डॉक्टर है plus 3 in this side minus 3 in this side add together 0 याद रख सीधे ले इसमें ने minus जाओ ना ने this minus sign जाओ ना it will be in terms of your vector concept खंगनी को ऐने सीधे इसना only vector हापला ने हापते this is 3 or this is 5 plus 5 this is minus 5 when added together it will be 0 ता bro ऐसे कौन रोत रो अरे नंग ना लाइट थेंगा बदने बना हरी जे your p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus p4 is equal to 0 and हारे बा नंग ना हनी concept से m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus m3 v3 is equal to 0 and हारे का दिने you cannot find out the value of this v3 जे find out तो we are this is vector addition की it must follow vector rule नंगी vector की addition तक करी है triangle of vector addition आपने pro triangle of vector addition must be followed खंगनी अदर नंग से क्या ना इसी होगा ऐना नरांग ताकि निको -2 का +3 का क्या था what is the value here or simply it will be क्या था उसे this is 2 हम इधर 0 हम चक्रा in terms of magnitude or this will be known as algebraic sum है ना तो algebraic sum or mathematical sum द दिन है -2 का +2 का 0 चले को however नंगी direction तो इन लोगों तारा के दिखे है नहीं से this -2 will be where this is x equal to 0 लेके लाख में से this is x equal to 2 यानी को this will be क्या था नहीं x equal to -2 हम लाख रहा like already here in this direction नंग कमाई यानी displacement vector will be r vector is equal to क्या माना नहीं 2 I क्या रहा so कहीं displacement vector ना r vector is equal to क्या लानी -2 I क्या याद रहा सांगुदी के दवी what about the magnitude what about the distance 2 like that 2 to the left minus 2 to the right positive in terms of vector notation याद है ऐ ngang से खंगनी को अदु इतार simple concept तक combine तो बिरो you forget this सी को बिरो बा सी को this is complex ने बा vector is difficult हो बिना ने I न तो इस simplified version ने simplified version जो के होता है आहार बता you have to find out the magnitude only magnitude का compare तो होता है very easy खंगे को magnitude of momentum to the left hand side will be equal to magnitude of the momentum to the right hand side equal हो गया ना तो this is +3 this is -3 after explosion plus तो चलो -3 plus 3 0 before क्या था 0 after क्या था 0 that is the conservation है ना understood तो we इले माउंट रहो खंगरे ऊंचाई चाहिए साइड दिने असी आई ना ताई बेटर concept लोग का बरो ना खंग just कमाइना ताराई नो खोले नो तो हम तक खमुरा नो बको 2 pieces होता रहा दिने अमन ओई दसकनी अमन ये दसकनी मवानी की बिल्कुल क्या माना नहीं सब माना हम तो ये सोन कंदा 5 लेता दी सोन कंदा 5 लेगनी है याबरा आइने सही x एक्सिस ता लोग ताई दना ओइ थंबना प्लस ओइ थंबना माइनस लवी ये थंबना प्लस लवी दना ज्ञान ताब्रो अदुदी सिले ले इसे सोन कंदा ले बिसना 5 ले रे खलजी सोन कंदा कई लाने बिसे सोन कंदा सु दिस इज 5 ले खलो मा अचौ उदा खलो रो सिले सिबु क्या सांगी 2 सांग नत्रा सिले सिबु 2 सांगी अदुबु कोइना वेक्टर नोटेशन दा डायरेक्शन हाता दी ये थंबदा ओइ थंबदा हरक्ति नत्रो ज्ञान ताब्रा ये थंबा ओइ थंबा ना लाकने बा ये थंबा ओइ थंबा लाकता दी प्लस माइनस यारो कने बा प्लस माइनस खंदी ब्रनु जस्ट सिंपल होने कई थंगनी सोंदा सखिबगा सोंदा लाकपगा मानगनी सोंदा सखिब चांगसगा सोंदा सखिब चांगसगा मानगनी तो खंग यारद्रा यारनी वेक्टर की तदी खिना ये वनोय न ने वेक्टर जहां ताक की ताक कर नो ने वेक्टर यहु दबगी वेक्टर कांसेप्ट से क्लियर होय दबगी नेवा सिले बसे सिदा लाइ बसे मोसे नो आई सिंपल होय न को अंदर दी ताई में खला मनी अदु नो कांसेप्ट तो क्लियर हो होवा ए वेक्टर हम सिले नत्रा वेक्टर सिना दो तो जे एरोस न ताई जे डायरेक्ट याब्रा सिले सिबो की लेंग हम लेब्रा लेतब्रा सिगी लेंग से लेता कनी मैग्नीट्यूड आई न लाइ जे कोड अंदर आनी को अब बेसिकली आनी दिस इज 5 सेंटीमीटर ले नखल से याब्रा दिस इज b वेक्टर ले नखल से बा दिस इज b वेक्टर एंड मागी असंग से व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन दिस इज टू द राइट हैंड साइड एंड द लेंथ फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर सी यू कई कोरनी मागी मैग्नीट्यूड कोरनी बा b इज फ्रॉम वेयर टू वेयर फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर एंड दिस इज क्या लगभग से दिस इज 3 सेंटीमीटर ले नखल से बा अदु दी मुई पाल से दिस इज नगी r वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू a vector plus b vector and high बने वो सिलनगी a vector plus b vector से this is known as vector sum को है बाको अरे नोई ने खाली से अते एक खंडरे बा नोई ने खाली से सी के सांग से क्या ओइ दगे from where to where सी देगी ना सी को क्या सांग से it will be r is equal to नगी 5 plus 3 this is equal to 8 तानी ने consider तो हुआ this is wrong है कहीं हमें इस याद रहा याद है को सी रोंग मरी मरम से कहीं गिनो बाकी सी की डायरेक्शन हो गई तरह वेक्टर इक्वेशन ना आ वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू a वेक्टर प्लस b वेक्टर बट कोई एक्चुअल इन मैग्नीट्यूड तो होता है दिस के लानी से नहीं am ले बनत्रा सिना सी के ले bm ले बनत्रो दिस इज थीटा ले को ने सिर्फ क्या सांग के लानी r is equal to root over a square plus b square plus twice ab क्या लापा cos थीटा हम ताकि बता रहा असी को न पान गनी है सिना कहीं कोई वेक्टर की रिजल्टेंट मैग्नीट्यूड याद रखा आई ऐसे कभी को then सिंपल सीधा 5 plus 3 का इक्वालिटी दिस इज अलजेब्रिक सम नत्रो अलजेब्रिक सम का वेक्टर सम का क्वाइट डिफरेंट याई को अदुना कई होगी वेक्टर की होगा ना वेक्टर सम अप्लाई तो जीरो ट्रायंगल ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन है कि नहीं कौन लगा खंग इसे क्वेश्चन नंबर 36 क्वेश्चन नंबर 36 ता लेने में से कई लेने में मान लेने में here this is mass ये हम ले लेको अभी what are the fragments by fragments इनको क्या ना what is the ratio of their masses क्या हुआ we have to take this as m1 is to m2 is to m3 जी क्या लाखवा 1 is to 3 लाख में तो अदो इतना here what will be the mass of this m is 1 kg तागा this is 1 kg हो रेको अदुगा two identical masses either the m1 and the m2 will be identical ताबरा दिया ताइको से m1 and m2 are two identical masses तारे then what will be the value of your m1 की value से क्या तानी इंता है रोसे हाइब्रेंगे m1 जे ग्राम क्या कमाना करें सिंपल होने ने रेशियो एक्विनम तारा गति ने you add the ratio जे add तो क्या रहा है this is 1 plus 1 plus 3 क्या आता है 5 का अपना तो that means this bombs है when divided into 5 equal division 5 equal fragments to divide तो वो से this is cake हम हायर के नोई दी cake का हायर की क्या तारा नहीं सी cake हम ले रखो this cake is divided into 5 equal pieces याद रहो 1 2 3 4 5 ले रखो we have 3% A B and C हम ले बना तो and here A will get only one piece याद आ रहा B will get only one piece यार नहीं B will get only one piece अदुगा कई लानी से C will get 3 pieces and hide here that is the meaning C को खंड रही है पहले देखो C है रही अदु इतारी here नंग क्या है रही what will be the share of A A की share से क्या नो A share will be equal to क्या आता है माँ की total से क्या नो what is the cake it is only one अत्रा see one say it is divided into 5 pieces lah अपना तो 5 pieces की मतलब तो out of 5 A will be getting only one या कतरा B कितने क्या आता है नहीं B will also get 1 by 5 and C will obtain or C will get 3 by 5 है कितरो है नहीं therefore M1 will be 1 by 5 is या कतरा M2 की जो क्या लानी M2 will be also 1 by 5 kg and what are the velocities my velocities तो क्या क्या pyramid 30 meter per second हम क्यों रो this is V1 is equal to 30 meter per second this is also क्या माना रहे V2 is equal to 30 meter per second हम ताबरा so that our P1 will be equal to M1 V1 this is equal to 1 by 5 into क्या था बा this is 30 so our answer will be 6 तारीख को C की तो क्या था नहीं your B2 will be also 6 समझ हम आगे सब तो माना मतलब now C की मौम यदि कहीं लानी से here we will be having P1 2 is equal to root over P1 square plus P2 square equal हो रहा हो इधर can we put it as root over 6 square plus 6 square so it will be 6 root 2 अब है बरा next part का कहीं लानी your M3 will be equal to 3 by 5 kg in the metro and it is moving with B3 and your P3 will be exactly equal to करा माना करी P3 will be equal to P1 2 का माना करी metro ऐसे कहाँ हो देखो अभी here P1 2 से क्या P3 is equal to M3 P3 P1 2 क्या मान रहे हैं 6 root over 2 का मान रहा M3 की वैल्यू क्या नो this is 3 by 5 into this is B3 6 root over 2 after simplification B3 is equal to क्या माना रही it will be 10 root over 2 तारा 10 root over 2 will be our answer meter per second when a class हम मी अहुम लिया और एक खलसे मी अहुम लिया कुछ इधर है मी अनी देखिए ना थोड़ा पे आते हैं ऐसे अभी दिखे तो होता है अमन आप पियर से हम मतलब होता है नत्रा अमन आ सिंगल और इन्हें ले होगा तो ले रहे तो 3% ले भी मनुष्य सीधा we must have only two group ले गए दो बने अदो इतना दिखे हुए बता रहे ऐसे नंगी first person and the second person से one group हम बता रहा अदो individual third person हम लिखो नहीं तो second group और क्या रहा अदो slice M1 का M2 का जो group पुंजल है P1 2 अमक कोई करे को अदो का P3 लिखो इसना second group और है first group का second group का second गनी opposite होना बड़ा opposite चला रहे नहीं ये चीजें इतनी हैं आइए आप वहाँ इतने क्वेश्चन नंबर 39 में तो बोलो 39 जी यहाँ आई को आंसर क्या था देखिए हो mana hanse kinetic energy hambora mani the total kinetic energy imparted to the two fragments will be equal to kya ta da ki hamba adu di kai do tare dangi kinetic kono no kono kinetic energy ka kamai calculate tabani you have to first find out the velocities individual velocities to calculate tabina tro v1 v2 khang da tara gadi we cannot have the kinetic energy of the first fragment kinetic energy of the second fragment khang de ko Nalika Andre Ani kai have not tro Ani ho kai bismana ka kya kari no amna 2 kg uma kai na tro 1 kg ani ki weta di m1 v1 pa ni have not tro m1 v1 is equal to m2 v2 lo ni ni aduna aina sai ai kenja le noi koi thola ka lu tenan du khangu kamai lai no khanganu ha na tro kamai lai no khangu da ngawe ba kamai lai no khangu da just to fragment or 30 momentum of the first fragment is equal to momentum of the second fragment m1 v1 is equal to m2 v2 m1 is given as 2 kg m2 is given as 1 kg and what about v1 v1 se kya pirami it ma p bro p da bro p re v2 se kya ta 14 ta bra adu ta here if you know v1 से क्या था रे यो आफ्टर कैलकुलेशन m1 is equal to 2 kg v1 is equal to क्या था बा it मीटर पर सेकंड में पीबरा अदुगा m2 से क्या था m2 is equal to 1 kg में तारे को by applying your m1 v1 because this is explosion into two pieces होता है the momentum of the first fragment is equal to momentum of the second fragment m2 v2 Sipalo and from here we find out v2 is equal to 14 meter per second nama tabra tare the kinetic energy of the first particle total hai bani na kinetic energy total is equal to kya banani kinetic energy of the first fragment plus kinetic energy of the second fragment half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square finish sinatro Draga di i pari te ko sai gira na te Namoy duri susah. To question number 40 tang ini है tang ini है question number 14 है question number 33 भी important one किलो है था समझ लाख होगा यहाँ पर वेनस क्या था ठीक है और मैं क्या था आगे क्या तारे सरका ऐसे में माँ आई जे 4.8 किलो जूल ता है मिको 4800 ता लोगा आंसर दो 4800 ता रहता ना किलो आई ता रहती 10 to power 3 लाई ना माइनस ता रखा तो सीधी हमको से सी वैल्यू तो कुछ तो चले ना कुछ तो चलता था 4800 जूल लाइनस माइनस ता गनी एनर्जी की जूल तो वो लिखना तो 4.8 into this is 10 to power 3 joule minus minus 10 to power 3 से कहीं कोई नहीं 10 to power 3 joule लगे 10 to power 3 is known as kilo को ना तो 4.8 किलो joule माने लाने जिनका हाइड्रोनिक को से मथन दाला आसी मथन क्वेश्चन नंबर 33 या मरो है इंपॉर्टेंट वन डिफिकल्ट वन को असीदगी अइना हिंगो क्वेश्चन नंबर ले सिगी क्वेश्चन नंबर 33 से 33 दा बोम से एक्सप्लोड तौरे याबरे को मुना ता को एक्सप्लोड तौर कांदा मार्क पीसेस सिंजे वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज तौरा डिक्रीज तौरा सीधी कई दे लेंगे नो इन अतुगा पंग इजे कई नो दिस इज एट रेस्ट सी रेस ना ले मतलब तो before explosion raise the lemiko after explosion the individual je kai ore your m1 se kai chale it the sapra initially kai alarmi se m1 plus m2 this was at raise the lemiko that means v is equal to 0 ramana tro and pieces sing je kai doi it of 40 jata adi kai doni your velocity increases after the explosion. If velocity increases so it adi kai hogani kinetic energy of the fragment will be increased. Understood the graph? Get the equation here. Now let us apply this same concept over your question number 33. 33 what is it? Yung pwena kanunda 2 dimension da kita kamain tayo 2 dimension की projectile tayo ko si projectile smile ले देखा लगे this is the initial velocity this is theta ने देखा लगे को अब इतना डी what will be the velocity along this direction से क्या होगी ux is equal to क्या माना बा u कना होगी दिनों से cos of theta अंता अपना like vertical component से क्या होगी नी u y is equal to u sin of theta इना हाई की bro हाई पे आखिर कहीं नो नंगी initial velocity will be divided into two component vector अमो इता it will have horizontal component and vertical component horizontal component of velocity ux is equal to u cos of theta uy is equal to u sin of theta. Now at the highest point acting among the what will be the role of your ux horizontal velocity component की role से क्या to bring out range produce तो growth of the bro horizontal displacement will be produced by ux vertical displacement then means क्या होगी the increase in the height and decrease in the height will be produced by uy. Vertical component will produce a change in the displacement in which direction? In the upward direction, in the y-axis. Height increase, decrease na wala siya uy na. Aduga sige object mo nang sito kundi na tro angle lamata hulma tanda kamay chali siya. Height increase tawi yatay ko decrease mo to bra tawi distance increase to bra tawi. Horizontal change in the position will be produced by ux. Vertical change in the position will be produced by uy. Now tell me what will be the velocity at this highest point? At the highest point what will be the velocity of this projectile? कहीं होगी नहीं? कहीं होगी? मिनका से कहीं होगी? हाँ? लोरे मान आई लोग चिक्ता है कि दोनों लेगो से आई ना इंग्लिश तो पंगो तो लोग ज्ञान था रहो मणिपुरी तो कुछ है सिरो मान सीख ने युवाई से माय मथाउ से वाखलन बा नेमधान बा तब है कि को वाखलन बा नेमधान बा वाखत पंगा मिब्रा सिद्धि है ना can it rise beyond this point no that means already finished never uy is totally used up at this highest point already here at this point uy will be equal to 0 yeah bro and we will be having only kanakang lagi gani ba horizontal velocity component kang lagi dro basically the velocity je the velocity at the highest point will be kay lakni it will be purely kanao gani sa horizontal velocity component dx is equal to ux and kay tayo to sa u cos of theta gani and height na to if we consider the velocity horizontal velocity component over here this will be equal to u cos of theta or simply ux is equal to u cos of theta bro what will be the horizontal velocity component over here ux aina si taki ko ai budi sigi path se kai kawi rum mami sabya se kai kawi sinak na nung ji ko hulle ba nung ji hulma to nung ji na chat khido lambe se kai kawi ba ha नुई नांगई जे सी खादे लगा चंग दबिदा स्वाइन रिफ्लेक्टर सक्युदा नवा कितक चंगा दिखरा जो लेति न ट्राजेक्टरी हैव नट्रो and at any point side वगैरह at the point of projection वगैरह at this point वगैरह at this point नंगी whatever point नंग नंग बोलो horizontal velocity component will remain constant and I start to another day explain to give me ko give me one at the highest point we will have only horizontal velocity component. So what is the velocity at the highest point for angular projection? Angular projection की क्या माना नहीं? It will be u cos of theta तारो इट्रो ज्ञान तारो इस खंगी को C question important हो रही जाते हैं ये this question require the concept of projectile as well as नंगी explosion conservation of linear momentum जो अदुजु important अदुजु use तो करनी है अदुदी माना हरी जब तक पार के इंसी कमाइना हरी नो एक कैनन बॉल है ताड़ी firecracker अमसे माना rocket अमसे launch तवरे को with what velocity? With a velocity 200 meter per second. अदुदी u की velocity क्या तारा नहीं? U will be equal to 200 हम ताबरो 200 meter per second. And what is the angle of projection? Sima 45 meter pra. If this is 45, this will be also 45 हम ताबरा. यानी अदुदी here this will be क्या ताबो से u करना लागो से u है भी बोलता u cos of 45. On the 60 or what? This is 60. Adi here this is 60 or ita adi para itella 60 amperum bro aina second ni to pass lo re. This is 60 in a p ko 60 in a p adi here this will be cos of 60 m taradra. My value to hapelo u ki value this is 200 into what about your cos 60? Cos 60 ki value kya mane half mana natra. Here this will be equal to 100 meter per second. Upon reaching this highest point the magi kya tarani? This will be equivalent to ux and this is equal to 100 meter per second. This is before explosion. Rocket se launch the highest point the explode magi explode at the highest point, what will be the velocity? My velocity क्या था? Velocity is 100 meter per second. हंगा नहीं? अब इस मायने इबे आप देखो. Initial momentum से क्या था रही? What will be the initial momentum? Three fragment है bro. Three fragment है चार. We can consider this as मान total mass में क्या नहीं खला सी क्या? Before explosion, this will be equal to 3m. Yeah, katra 3m lawre ko. What would be the initial momentum? This is 3m into this is 100. Can we have this one or not? Sikhangi ko. Kya ta bro? Simulate kara suno. After explosion क्या मुझे हो रहा? Question number 33. क्या bro? Mana pyramid concept से खंड रहा हूँ. मान इसी के रहने से at the highest point जो रेको after reaching the highest point it is exploded into three equal pieces था explode तो रे three equal pieces था explode तो उसी था फिर हम माउंटे explode तो वे vertical direction ना माँ की fragment नंबर से 100 meter per second से करेको down side ना क्या चले 100 meter per second ama chakra adui magi third fragment se in which direction and with what velocity, that is the question. Jabra ai ye ko di hora intelo ye correct bro I phagi ko kari you know why, because the magi kano se initially kya tarami this must tablata dabra adui se in terms of vectors this is only magnitude in terms of kano di vector equation lang tayo siya ang nga ayo hybrid ei vector will be equal to tayo kaya man ni kaya man ta kise 300 m into this is I k minus time field okay along x axis na sa panato in terms of vector decay this is 300 m I k why I k is being considered here ma direction ma yaw yaw bro direction yaw bagi sina magnitude combination ko se this is magnitude with the make section high targati pura ai no I kamaina 11 pe ka pass to rain is 100 ai energy vector either this is direction ko ai na pagkai se we worry sunati si ko khamo bi ko this basic ne wase si basic cha itara ka kamaina yati next time yo sidai mo se son ka dadi here this is m3 ne aage ko this m3 will be equal to kya mana dino m3 is equal to m then put over here this is m3 is equal to m and this is moving with velocity v3 vector we take it as v3 vector this is unknown ko unknown is taken as v3 vector this is to be calculated this is to be find out yaga now jab ka ayo se p2 in terms of vector da kya tani p2 vector will be equal to kya taba second fragment jo hai na so kaise ayo kya tani 100 m lore negative x is the minus j k bama hapani hakna tro minus j k see understand ta ungami ya bro vector hai aaj hai tani vector direction apu mathak chalagana plus j k makha chalagana minus j k and what about this see didi kya tarani here your m1 p1 is equal to this is m1 sorry it will be 100 m ka e lage ko 100 m this is j k bam tabra what would be the total final momentum kya tha hai pf will be equal to can we have this is p1 vector plus p2 vector plus p3 vector and ibi abra tabra all the three pieces are moving with some velocity v1 v2 v3 se banatra al mawani ki mui a to se kya banani final there will be three different momenta hum le din tro the sum of all the momenta will be p1 plus p2 p3 hachalo adri here I next the illustrate to munne ho ba ko p1 gidi kya thare 100 lakh bro 100 m this is jk bam tabla ta dabra tare p2 gidi kya thare this is minus am lakh ra minus kya lani se this is 100 m this is jk bam lakh ra lai adri this is plus this is minus this get cancel out ekidra eleko plus mathang da p3 gidi ke lani se this is m into this is v3 vectors my diagram yani ko here we will be having kya tani ba m v3 vector sigo understand ta ko mi sigo ngau te ko adu di bomb ko khai bi kai no explosion na tro explosion will have your conservation of linear momentum so finally our this is our first step see first step na te sina this is our first step this is our second step yare ko this is your the diagram this is your third step yabra yare ko this is the last step fourth step tak ye utare conservation of linear momentum your pf will be equal to this is pi mana praman bro yai ko se opposite chana gani hapni na find we have minus that will simply when known as the caption below pi pf vector is equal to pi vector and this is minus अथवा here Sumani biro masai biro PF so vector na biro sa PF PI याद रहे हो अब मैं वैल्यू बता था आपसे बता रहा हूँ PF की वैल्यू से क्या था PF की वैल्यू से क्या ना व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ PF दिस इज इक्वल टू m v3 ना ताबरा तारे को और अबाउट PI की थी क्या नो this is 300 m this is I के हम लाख तबरा m get cancel out अदुगा here v3 will be equal to क्या माननी this will be equal to 300 I cap. What is the meaning of this 300 I cap? It will be the third fragment will be moving along the horizontal direction and it will have magnitude क्या माननी मान सकते हैं क्या चलनी है 300 मीटर पर सेकंड चलनी है क्या कहते हो